Good evening and salutations, my YNR fans. So, I gotta sit there and say, for the most part, this was another pretty good episode. Um, Nick was definitely out of pocket when Victor brought up the fact that, um, Nikki could be drinking and that Nate was the one that, pretty much kind of told him about it. And Nick was like, oh, well, that's such a, practically like a scumbag thing to do for somebody who has a grudge. And I'm just like, okay, I know you don't think highly of the guy, and it's not like he does have a good track record, but why would he sit there and lie? Why would he sit there and lie about something like that? He could have made up any lie, and that's the one that he went with. So I'm not gonna lie, Nick was definitely out of pocket with that. Victoria just started asking a bunch of dumb questions. I was like, just somewhere along the line, she just starts asking really bunch of stupid questions like, well, why would she go there for this, that, and the third? Why would why would Nikki just sit there and leave herself this vulnerable? Would Nikki really sit there and help Claire, and just like a bunch of dumb things? And I'm like, well, if you don't have anything intelligent to say, could you just shh? I'm also surprised that Nick called the cops. Usually in situations like this, it's like, the bad guy always sits there and says, well, if you call the cops, so and so is dead, right? So and so is dead. So my whole thing is like, why would you, if if Jordan really does have Nikki held captive, and let's say Claire, why would you call the cops for her? I mean, yeah, I always said, people always sit there and say, oh, you should have called the cops, you should have called the cops. But if the cops spooked them, then what? Meanwhile, at first I thought that Nikki was actually drunk. When she got there, she looked like she was piss drunk. And I'm just like, why the hell would you actually sit there and come to that meeting place drunk? But, the thing is, when people have been drinking for such a long time, they can hold their liquor. The whole time, Jordan's all like, oh, you're so pathetic, you're such a drunk, and this, that, and the third. But I gotta give Nikki props, because she played the hell out of her being drunk to lower Jordan into a false sense of security. And when, they got Claire out, there's one point where for some odd reason, Jordan decides to turn her back when Claire starts to wake up, and Nikki takes that bottle right upside the head. And I'm not gonna lie, I must have replayed that like 5 times. I thought that was just hilarious. First of all, it's something about somebody hitting somebody in the head with a bottle that I just find kind of funny. You know why? I just find it very funny. But two, how the hell would you actually turn your back on her? Like, I mean, like I said, I know that Nikki played drunk to sit there and lure her into a false insecurity, but like, there's that, and then there's just stupid. Then there's just straight up dumb. This is dumb. This was really, really dumb. They start fighting back and forth. Claire gets the gun, and at this point, Jordan tries to get in her head. Claire's not falling for it. Claire's like, you know what? Listen, I just want to sit there and just end you, just be done with you. Nikki's like, don't do it. Don't throw your life away for somebody like her. And here's the thing, she's so close to the gun that at any point in time, she could have simply just knocked it out of her hand. I mean, she is still heavily sedated. Okay? So it was totally possible for Jordan to just take the gun from her. Think about Jordan, think about most of these villains, besides the fact that, Jordan was sitting there monologuing like a DC villain, is that she's so overconfident that She's just like, you're not going to do it because you're weak. And, she calls her out a couple of times, like, you're not going to do it. You're not going to shoot me. Nikki decides, you know what? Listen, I'm not even going to sit there and let Jordan push um, Claire to the point of doing it. So she just pushes her into something. She gets knocked out, and eventually the cops come in. Now, I don't know what kind of sports car Nick was driving, but by the time that it almost felt like he got there almost at the same time as the cops did. And I'm just like, but you called the cops about that address a while ago. Why are they now just getting there for? I don't get that. I mean, was the cops just like, oh, it's the Newmans? How about we just sit there and just have a little lunch break, and then after that we'll sit there and check it out. That must either that or Nick is probably driving the most expensive car in the world because none of that adds up. I mean, I always sit there and joke about time when it comes towards soap operas and stuff, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, when was the cops eventually going to get there? Victoria's asking a bunch of questions with Cole, going to these what if scenarios as far as, what would have been like if she was raised, if we raised her and this, that, and the third. Cole has his reservations about her. Because Cole is not too sure if at one point Cole was into thinking that maybe Claire is still working with Jordan. He's not letting himself get to that possibility, you know, as far as even going there with the what ifs and stuff, because it's just too painful to really sit there and think about. In the end, like I said, the cops get there. Victor and Nick get there. They check on Nikki. Meanwhile, Claire is just sitting there the entire time, and both of them aren't really saying too much to, like Victor and Nick are just both not really saying too much to her. Like, are you okay? Are you fine? Are you good? Are you hurt or whatever? It's only after like maybe 5 minutes, Victor just turns around and looks at her like, are you okay? Well, it seems that we owe you, credit, we owe you gratitude or whatever. And Nick don't say anything to her. Now, I'm just like, listen, I get it. Her, she was not there helping Jordan, screw over your family and stuff like that, but she's also your niece. It seemed like there was no level of concern for Claire coming from both of them. And I'm just like, damn. Not even so much of an ounce of compassion. Hell, it was Nikki that was like, yeah, we're gonna sit there and take Claire with us. If Nikki didn't say anything, it would have been like, well, uh, I guess you can sit there and find your way back. You can call the cops, and cops are here. You can figure it out. That's the energy that they were giving Claire. Now, granted, I understand that they are still upset about what happened, right? But she's also your family as well. So, I mean, Victor is just a dick. But I'm like, damn, Nick. you know, Throughout this whole saga, I kept sitting there saying to myself, I was like, how come the Newmans didn't bother? I mean, they clearly don't seem like they give a damn about Adam. How come they didn't even bother to sit there and tell Abby? I guess because they were just going to sit there and wrap it up right here. They still, or reality, they still should have sat there and told both of them. Right? They still should have sat there and told both of them. And I gotta sit there and say that she was a good villain. They came in, did her damage, made it interesting, made it intense, and then left. She didn't sit there and stick around like Sheila Carter. That's the thing. When I sit there do my live streams and stuff like that, we talk about villains and stuff. I was talking about General Hospital, how it needs more villains and stuff. And the thing about a villain is that you want them to come in, cause some trouble, make it interesting, but don't overstay their welcome. And I feel like Jordan did exactly that. Now I gotta sit there and say, if they could sit there and bring in more villains like that to make it interesting without overstaying the welcome and stuff, YNR is actually doing pretty good. YNR is actually surprising me that it's doing so good. And again, always go back to Josh Griffin firing the breakdown writers, people being all whiny, complaining, and wah. And the show has never, for me personally, has gotten better since he did all that. So I got no complaints. I really don't. I feel like that's about it. If I missed anything, put it in the comment section below. If you are not a member, make sure that you do join. Not only do I do the exclusive live streams, exclusive videos, and member shoutouts, but there are certain videos that I'm doing now, like this video right now. This video is coming out tomorrow for the Young and the Restless. It's coming out tomorrow. But for the members, I'm gonna put this out first. I'll put it out, obviously for everyone. But a lot of the videos that I start to do, sometimes I'll sit there and put it out first for members, and then I'll put it out for everyone else. So if you want to sit there and just, kind of get the videos a little bit earlier, definitely join, think about becoming a member. Because I'm working on a whole bunch of new perks and stuff like that I'm trying to test out and see if people like it throughout next year and stuff like that. So anyway, with that being said, I want to thank everyone for joining. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.